fatto tanto intro sotto, allora. E si è trovato.
Listo, non è male.
Io sto. Non è bene che la famo.
Why not?
There. Excellent question. Okay, I think the video's done.
Because I said so.
Exactly, yeah, because we say so, that's it.
Well, no, it starts out that way because one says so. So you say why Greek wines, and you start contemplating the idea of why promote one more region. The world is saturated with wines. The U.S. market is saturated with wines. Anywhere you turn, it's a new region coming out. The beauty of Greece is it's an old region. It's a region with too much tradition that mustn't be overlooked. And sort of, there's many of us who've made it a purpose in life to promote something that really sometimes doesn't make sense. To promote a new region in America, to promote an unknown region in America with all the misconceptions, and not just in the case of Greece, it's not that people do not know about Greek wines. They know about Greek wines, and that image is negative at worst, kind of ethnic at best. And when I say ethnic, I mean, you know, we have this idea of sort of, you know, you hear it all the time, Zorba the Greek, my big fat Greek wedding, flaming cheeses, Opa, Uzo, and God help us. I mean, that's the best way I can see it. Now, behind that image is something far more complex, far deeper, far richer, and that is the shameful part of this journey, is that, you know, in the process you try to elevate and showcase something that is
So ancient.
it's not, see, it's beyond ancient, because ancient signifies something in the past. What Greek wine and Greek food and Greek gastronomy represents is the future. Now, we, meaning the people who sell these wines, who promote Greek food, who talk about Greek gastronomy, fail to understand that you need to identify the past in order to speak of the future. We constantly try to create these barriers, or this reinvent ourselves, the new wines of Greece, you know, something exotic, something sexy, something, you know, natural, you know. No, Greek wines are tradition, and without talking about Greek food, Greek wines are it's just another wine. But when you talk about Greek food and the regionality of Greek food, that's where it's at. Another misconception of Greek wines, and I hear it all the time, oh, you know, it's all Greek to me, they say, you know. Greek wines are long words and cannot be pronounced. Moschofilero, you know, Adonopoulos, you know, Malagousiak, Sinomagro. That's not the issue. I mean, 50 years ago, when somebody was crazy enough to introduce Sangiovese from an unknown region called Tuscany in the US, I'm sure everybody looked at him like they were, you know, an alien of some sort. But they stuck to it, and now you talk about Chianti Classico and Sangiovese, and it's a household name. You talk about the Piedmont and Nebbiolo and all these other indigenous varieties from Italy, and they're well known. I think that's where we need to start, focusing on our regionality in Greece, focusing on our indigenous grapes, and just having at it. What I have found impressive over the years, when I first started selling Greek wines in the mid-90s, you say Moschofilero, and people thought, you know, they just looked at you with dumbfounded. And now I walk into retailers, into restaurants, and they look at the bottle and they say, oh my God, I love Moscofilero. And that's a very difficult name to pronounce. So repetition is part of it. It's a long process. I think it's the process of, again, a handful of pretty passionate importers, amazing importers in my opinion, tenacious, trying to go against the grain, trying to go against the current in promoting wines. It's easy to sell a Chardonnay. I have one more Pinot Noir from California. I have one more Napa Cab from Howell Mountain. I mean, how many can you drink? But to be able to promote something so unique is really the beauty and the challenge. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, it's my life, it's my passion, it's what I've been doing for all my adult life. That's what. So.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
what's up. Drop the mic.
Now let's take a lunch break.
Okay, so Sotiris Bafitis.
Pues aquí sí.
Από το Northwest το γνώθω.
Άσε, μη λέμε εμάς.
Έλα θέμε. Μα τι είσαι μέσα μου.
Καπνί.
Να σου ξεπειράζω.
Ναι, καπνί.
Είναι από το βίντεο που πειράζω.
Ναι, καπνί.
Έτσι λίγο. Λοιπόν, πάμε να συγκεντρωθούμε. Να σου πω πάρα πολύ εδώ. Έχουμε νερό.